also question as to whether these brands are trying to be sustainable or ethical, or if they're just trying to cut costs, because to be honest, brands like Chanel, yes, they've stopped using exotics, but they've also cut costs in their leather, so they are probably just trying to cut costs there. I don't think they have the consumer's best interest or the animal's best interest, to be honest. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Jess. If you love shopping and handbag videos, please like and subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to reach my goal of 10,000 subs, so all your support would be awesome. Today I wanted to talk about mushroom leather or mycelium leather, fine mycelium or reishi leather. And mycelium is a root-like structure or a fungus consisting of mass branching. Fungal colonies composed of mycelium are found in and on soil and many other substrates. So a few companies have developed leather material, or kind of feels like leather, but it's not technically leather, from this fungus called mycelium. They're able to produce this material that feels very similar to animal leather. It has the same kind of characteristics, the same kind of look, and it is very durable and long lasting. A brand such as Hermes have actually teamed up with a company called MySoWorks, who have developed a few materials with mycelium. One is called fine mycelium, which they're actually going to use this material on one of their Victoria bags. I'm not sure if they've released this bag yet. The Victoria bag is a classic Hermes bag for traveling, and they've used the fine mycelium material on the front of the bag. This bag also contains some sort of canvas at the side, and they've also used some Evercalf, I think, leather on the handles. So this bag is actually not vegan, but I think they are just experimenting with the mycelium fine material just to see, I don't know, what it would look like on a bag. I'm not sure why they chose to not use 100% non-animal materials, but I guess, yeah, if the mycelium fine material is good enough for Hermes, then that makes me feel like this could be a really innovative material that we might be seeing more in bags in the future, because, you know, Hermes prides itself in their leathers, and I don't think you would catch them using like a PU leather or plastic or anything like that. The mycelium is actually, it doesn't contain any plastics or anything like that. A natural material that offers performance, quality, and hand feel of fine animal leathers with lower environmental impact. I don't know how much this Victoria bag is going to cost, and I'm not sure when it is coming out. I would love to see this bag in real life just to see what this mushroom leather actually looks like. From the same company, they also developed a material called reishi leather, which is also from the mycelium fungus, and this reishi leather is developed using the fine mycelium technology, but it actually has more of like a durability and strength to it, and as you can see, it kind of looks a little bit more shiny. I did a little bit of research, and there is one brand where you can buy this reishi leather, because I think this actually looks quite luxurious, and there's a brand called Allen Street who are offering a tote bag in reishi leather, and you can also get a laptop kind of crossbody bag and a few SLGs. Unfortunately, they're sold out, but the price point was not too high, especially like the crossbody was 350 euros, and I'm really curious to know what this mushroom leather is like. I assume that at Hermes, if you're going to get mushroom leather, it's probably going to retail higher than Togo, just because it's more of that specialized thing. I imagine it's not going to be cheaper than like regular leather, but I would be curious just to see how it performs and how long lasting it really is. Stella McCartney have also released a mushroom leather bag, and it actually is still in stock on the Stella McCartney website. It's called the Frame Milo shoulder bag, and they've sourced their mushroom leather from a company called Bolt Threads. They also develop the Milo or mycelium leather, so they call theirs Milo leather. And as you can see, the Stella McCartney bag, it is still rather expensive. I can see on the Australian website it's $3,465, but it's still available, and I feel like this, from what I've read about mushroom leather, is a lot more durable than other vegan leathers on the market. Unfortunately, the term vegan leather is sometimes used as a marketing tool to appeal to people who are vegan, but it's not always a material that is super durable. You'll often find vegan leather bags that peel and they don't last long at all. And I feel like if you want to be sustainable, it's good to buy things that last a long amount of time, or that you can pick up secondhand. Like you can pick up a vintage Kelly, like I've got this one from 1991. It's 31 years old. It's made out of calf skin and it's lasted this long and still looks amazing. I think that's in a way more sustainable than buying a pleather bag that falls apart in a few years. So I would always invest in something good quality, and buying secondhand is a more sustainable option. But if you're able to get like this mushroom leather that also has the same longevity as calf skin, I think people who don't eat meat or just don't like the idea of leather, this could be a really good option, as opposed to some of these other vegan leather alternatives we're seeing on the market that don't hold up as well or feel as luxurious as a real genuine leather bag. Stella McCartney is very famous for their Falabella bag, but I've heard that sometimes the quality of that leather doesn't feel up to scratch. And you know, even with vegan leather shoes, sometimes I find that they're hard to break in. They just don't mold to your foot as well. And if this mushroom leather has the same kind of characteristics of animal leather, then I think it is really innovative and something that we might see more designer brands use as well. So yeah, you can get it on the Stella McCartney website. Lululemon also used Milo leather on one of their gym bags. So there was like a nylon duffel and the edges had Milo leather on it. So they didn't use a huge amount of it on there, but you know, smart marketing, because people who buy Lululemon could be vegan, they could be into like living a more holistic lifestyle, so a mushroom leather might appeal to that kind of target market. Same with Stella McCartney, she is vegan, so she's adopted this Milo leather as well. But it's a very interesting choice for a brand like Hermes, because Hermes are very much known for their exotics, and I wouldn't say you know, they're necessarily seen as the most ethical in terms of sourcing their crocodile skins. You know, there are brands like Fendi as well who are very much known for their fun furs. But there is more of a trend towards stopping using exotics and fur. You know, you can see it with Chanel stopped using exotic, Gucci doesn't use fur anymore, Burberry doesn't use fur. Saint Laurent still uses python, but they probably still use fur actually. But I don't know. I also question as to whether these brands are trying to be sustainable or ethical, or if they're just trying to cut costs. Because to be honest, brands like Chanel, yes, they've stopped using exotics, but they've also cut costs in their leather. So they are probably just trying to cut costs there. I don't think they have the consumer's best interest or the animal's best interest, to be honest. Same with Gucci. I don't know if they stopped using exotics because they're trying to be ethical or they're just trying to cut costs, but that's besides the point. I mean, there is an appeal to vegan leather that I feel like people who are vegan or who want to be more ethical, it definitely appeals to that group. So I think this mushroom leather could really itch that scratch for people who love designer goods, but they don't want to buy a vegan leather bag that is got that plasticky feel. Perhaps this new mushroom leather could fill a gap in that market, but I couldn't find a lot of brands using this mushroom leather yet. I think it's something that they're going to have to develop more. I think it would be so awesome in the future if we saw like a mushroom leather Birkin or something. I think that would be really cool to look at, and I wonder how that sort of leather would wear over time. The mycelium fine leather has a bit of like a look of, I don't know, it looks a bit like Berenia to me, more of a matte appearance, a little bit like blotchy looking. But the other leather, the reishi leather, That looks a little bit more like something that I could imagine more designer houses using, because it has a little bit more of that like luster to it. And I can imagine like brands like YSL using this, even Chanel. And apparently it's super durable. So, I mean, I actually really want to test out one of these pieces from the brand Ellen Street, because they're not overly expensive, but they are sold out at the moment. So if you do want to buy a mushroom leather piece, I'd probably recommend this brand, because Hermes sourced their mushroom leather from the same company that this brand did, so you're getting really top-notch mushroom leather for a fraction of the cost, and you don't have to pay that like Hermes price point. But let me know, guys, do you have any vegan leather alternatives? I know you can get fruit leathers as well, like mango leather, apple leather, even cactus leather. And are there any vegan brands that you want me to explore that you think are top quality and kind of be comparable to real animal leather? Because I really love the feel of, you know, real organic animal leathers. I think that's something that I really like about Hermes, is that they offer so many different types of leather, and I think a designer bag should feel luxurious and it should have that appeal to it. I do have a Telfar bag in, I think this is like plastic to be honest, but yeah, I mean, it's quite durable, but it doesn't have that same luxe feeling as Hermes, that's for sure. I did pick up a little baby's bag from Hermes the other day, which is 100% cotton. So this is technically vegan. The silk on it is not vegan. Silk is not vegan, but the bag itself is vegan. So yeah, I wonder if Hermes will do more vegan options in the future. We'll have to see. But guys, thanks for watching my video today, and I'll talk to you guys on my next one. Bye!